And today we will be checking out our own personal take on the experience of STEPN, having been used it for 2 weeks every day on my daily jogs, and of course giving you an insight of what we think about this project. But definitely stay around till the end, where we will be sharing our take on if and who exactly should consider getting started with STEPN in the summer of 2022. We will be rating and evaluating the STEPN project with 4 criterias. First one being the user friendliness, second one being the earnings potential, third one is the gameplay, and fourth one, of course, the risks and sustainability factor of this game. We're a brand new YouTube channel which is working very hard to deliver you the best possible play to earn content, and of course keeping you up to date with the hottest gamified games around. Now, we will be releasing at least 2 high quality videos per week, keeping you in track with the latest trends and tips on how to optimize and of course boost your play to earn experience. If you're interested to keep up to date with this vibrant space and staying out for the hottest next play to earn game, then make sure to subscribe, hit that bell button to stay up to date with our next videos. The first criteria that we will be rating and evaluating is user friendliness. And for that, we gave it a rating of 4 out of 5. The reason being, it takes about easy to intermediary level effort in order to get started with the game. And of course, the reason it didn't miss out on that final point to give it a top score is that the upfront investment is pretty steep, in the hundreds and in some cases even thousands of dollars in order to get started, and that definitely is not accessible to everyone, especially the younger demographic who is just entering the space. Now, in order to get started with the game, and the whole process itself was very straightforward, especially the game apps UX and UI are very user friendly. So that was another reason we gave it such a high score. And finally, in order to drastically improve your GST earnings in the game, you need to obtain at least 3 different shoes, which of course in that case, your initial investment is even larger. The next criteria that we will be rating and evaluating is the one I'm sure everybody watching this video is eager to weigh, which is the earnings potential. So for this criteria, we gave it a full score, 5 out of 5. The reason being is our own personal experience so far. We bought our level 9 common jogger at the beginning of May, and 2 weeks in on our daily jogs, we are already close to 50% break even level. So we're estimated to break even on the first days of June. So that's just over a month's time, which in our opinion is fantastic ROI on your break even on your investment. The average daily earnings with just one shoe is around 30 to 35 US dollars per day, of course, depending on the traits, the conditions, and of course the level of your shoes. But even with that being said, so with 30 to 35 dollars, you're looking to be breaking even within the 1 month period. Now, there's also the pro level walkers, as we call them. So these are players that have more than 9 shoes, in some cases even up to 15 shoes, especially the early adopters who started playing at the beginning of the year. Those are generating much more significant earnings. So we're looking from $500 upwards to even over $1,000 of earnings in GST per day with the current market conditions. The third criteria on our list, which is gameplay, we give it once again a very high score of 4 out of 5. The reason being is that the game is very fun actually to play, in regards to pushing you to go out and exercise, which I know a lot of people would like to go exercise and have it on their list and schedules, but many times they just skip it. Whereas in this case, where you are being generated in cryptocurrency in real time for doing your jog or run, I think it's a fantastic way to give it that extra little bit of financial stimuli and boost you to get off your bum and get running. Now, of course, there's also many in-game features that make it fun. So it's not just the running and seeing in lifetime the GST trickling into your wallet. It's also coming across different mystery boxes, which could include gems, or different new shoes or whatnot. I know at the beginning right now, we're still in the beta version, and the mystery boxes perhaps are not the most financially best ways you can spend your GST. But if you're looking just to essentially have a lucky shot in the game, you are more than welcome to play those, and those are fun. Now, after spending 2 weeks playing the STEPN game, the actual interaction and feeling has changed from the early days where it was excitement. Now it's kind of become more of a routine, but in a more positive way than a negative way, where every afternoon I'm waiting to finish off and close on all my tasks of the day, put on my running shoes, go out for that nice jog, clear the mind, watch that GST trickle into the wallet in real time, and kind of nicely close off the day. So the game actually helps me kind of set this rhythm of closing the day off on a positive note. And of course, getting some extra earnings is the cherry on the top. Now, here we get to the last criteria that we will be looking at, which is risk and sustainability. For this one, we gave it a mediocre score of right in the middle of 2.5 points out of 5. The reason is, as I'm sure many people have called STEPN a Ponzi scheme, but of course at the moment it does have a lot of features of a Ponzi, meaning it depends, it sustains itself on all the new players that are joining the eco space. However, there's a lot of tweaks and changes that are being done and of course are on the roadmap to make this space a much more sustainable and long lasting project. Now there's several different factors that could influence the longevity of the STEPN project. Of course, being very easy to get started is a great plus for STEPN, since a lot of non-crypto natives can get started and of course can get introduced to Web 3.0, which is of course one of the main missions and goals of the STEPN team, to introduce people to Web 3.0 and start earning crypto without them even knowing about it. And of course, for those of you who are still calling it the Ponzi scheme and asking how long will it last, when's the Ponzi gonna pop? Well, essentially nobody knows, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be tomorrow, and we're not going to witness another Luna scenario with STEPN. So in our opinion, the next few months and perhaps even next few years could be very attractive and fruitful for STEPN, instead of, on the contrary, as a lot of people are believing it crashing very soon. But of course, we're yet to see, and we'll definitely be reporting more as developments progress. And here we are, right at the end, at the verdict part. So what's the overall rating that we will give to STEPN? That is, drumroll please, 3.9 out of 5, which we think is an awesome score. Keeping in mind, there's still a lot of things to come. We're still in the phase 4 of the public beta. And of course, there's many fun features that are yet to be announced and released, of course, and one of them being, of course, the renting and leasing factor. But of course, we're still in the early days, and we think later on in the year, there's going to be even a huger influx in this vibrant community. And of course, to address the question, which we started at the beginning of the video, which is if and who should consider getting started with STEPN in the summer of 2022. Well, there's a few different demographics that should definitely consider it. First one being, of course, the global runners community. I'm sure there is a lot of runners around the world that wouldn't mind generating some side income on their daily runs. So runners are definitely the first ones. Second is the non-crypto people that want to get started with play to earn space, but perhaps are finding some projects very complex and out of the ordinary. STEPN is a fantastic way for them to get the foot, no pun intended, through the door. But of course, also the crypto savvy and the OG crypto people that have been in the space for a long time, that are always looking to keep up with the latest trend, and of course, especially in the play to earn space, where there's a lot of competition, but at the same time, a lot of repetitiveness. Having a move to earn project is a fantastic way for them to also experience something fresh in this space. So if you fall into one of the categories that we mentioned, then definitely we would advise you to go ahead and get started with your STEPN experience straight away. Now, of course, like with every investment, we do not recommend you to go all in. Of course, we would advise you to invest funds that you're willing to lose. But with that being said, of course, take precaution, but at the same time, we think this is a great time still to get started, and the potential is still yet to be met in front of us. Now, with that being said, thank you so much for logging in today and checking out our video today. If you have any questions with your STEPN journey or any particular videos on STEPN that you'd like us to cover, leave it in the comments section down below, and we will of course address it accordingly. Have a wonderful evening, morning or afternoon, wherever you guys are, and we'll definitely see you in the next one. Take care now.